Welcome in to a special edition of D2 Baseball. As this week we're going to start going through the 5 series of the week and showcasing the best of the 5 series of the week. So this week, without question, it is the number 4 team, Central Missouri, against the number 3 team, Pittsburg State, at Pittsburg State, a 3-game series at Al Ortolani Field, as rankings are from us, D2 Baseball. So number 4, number 3, you can see the records there. Central Missouri is 18-3, 9-1 in the MIAA, and Pitt State 20-1, 10-1 in MIAA. For Central Missouri, it's just a quick breakdown of how they got there. 18 wins, one of their 3. So they opened up the season Houston Winter Invitational. They beat Rollins. They beat Ashland. They lost to North Greenville. Then they hosted Arkansas Tech, swept them. They lost in midweek to Drury 9-7. Played 2 games against Southwest Baptist, won both. Swept Northeastern State, won a midweek against Maryville. Swept Newman in a 3-game set. Then they lost 1 of 3 against Missouri Western State. And in that doubleheader, so they lost 10-3 and then turn around. And Gavin Williams threw a 7-inning no-hitter, freshman no-hitter in that game. And then they won 13-3 on Sunday. And then Tuesday, won 7-6 against Washburn before playing this weekend set against Pittsburg State. So that's kind of the lay of the land for Central Missouri's record so far. Pittsburg State, they opened up by beating Southern Arkansas on the road in a 3-game set, February 1 and 2. Then the Edmond First Pitch Invitational, beat UMSL, beat Southeastern Oklahoma, beat East Central, beat Southeastern Oklahoma again. Then they hosted Maryville, swept them in a 3-game set. Then they played Missouri Western, a team that Central Missouri didn't beat, and in 1 game, and they swept them, beat Newman in a midweek, and then beat Arkansas Fort Smith on the road in a weekend set. Lost that first game of the season, March 6th, last weekend to Emporia State 14-2 before turning around and winning the next 2 games. And then they blew out Newman again in the second of 3 midweek sets, 21-4 over 7 innings before this weekend series. So a little breakdown of some all-time records. We'll answer out of this. So all-time from 1991 to present, Central Missouri leads the all-time series 96-17. They did meet last year. Pitt State did get a game against them, 7-4 in the final game of a 3-game series back at the end of February last year before playing again in the Central Super Regional where Central Missouri won both games. So, again, 96-17 is the lead for Central Missouri. And now we'll go into a little bit of stats. We'll start with the road team, Central Missouri. You can see here Brock Coble leads the team in hitting with a .410 batting average. The redshirt junior out of Lee Summit. Cole Funkhauser has a .400 batting average. Grant Hollister leads the team with 24 driven and an impressive 14 doubles. How about that for Grant Hollister? Hitting .388 with a slugging percentage over 1,000. Dobson's hitting .356. Caden Ashton .355. And then going down a little bit more to guys who don't have enough at-bats. But Cole Kreisel's off to a great start. He did miss some time to begin the year, but is back. Started against Maryville, running in the series, and played Newman the last couple of weekends. But he is 14-26, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and slugging .846 early on in the season. Perfect 8 for 8 for stolen bases. Riker Edwards has played in 15 games. He has 23 for 55, hitting .418. Ethan Venhague is hitting .381 with 16 hits, 14 driven in. Chase Wilcox, another guy from last year's runner-up team, 19 hits, 16 driven in, and he's 13 for 14 stolen bases. And the most impressive part is Central Missouri is 106 for 117 in stolen base attempts in just 21 games. They average 5 stolen bases a game. More than impressive, but what's even more shocking and astonishing is they're nowhere close to being on pace to the Division II record, which was set by Benedict in 2013. They had 334 stolen bases. And I'll double check that right here. Yep, 2013, 334 in a season. So even if Central Missouri plays 60 games at the pace they're at, they will only reach 302 stolen bases. So could happen, but it is a long shot. But either way, Central Missouri by far leading all of D2 baseball in stolen bases with 106 in just 21 games. And now talk a little bit more about Central Missouri on that offense. Now on the pitching side, their big arm is Grayson Chappell, 5 starts, though he did not pitch in last week's start, so hopefully he's not shut down. That would be a killer if so, but did not pitch last week, but 17 and a third, 27 strikeouts, 5 walks. He has a 0.0 ERA, 0.87 whip. Then you have Gavin Killian as a 1.65 ERA over 7 relief appearances. Sawyer Allen, 1.83 ERA over 5 starts. Expect him to get the ball, obviously. Gavin Williams made his first start, and, well, he threw a no-hitter with 11 strikeouts. So the freshman out of St. Elizabeth, Missouri. Jack Scott's another guy who has a couple starts, though he has not thrown in a couple weeks, so we can only presume that he is not available. Some other guys that would like to note, Chris Massey, a guy that was a key part of their bullpen. Sam Wyrick, another key part of their bullpen on last year's team. Not off to the greatest of starts, but nonetheless, you have a lot of guys that can provide some length for you. Hayes Allen, Cale Wilson, there are other guys that might get some starts here and there. But either way, a 4.34 ERA and a 1.28 whip, 199 strikeouts to 90 walks, 209 batting average against for the Mules. As again, Gavin Williams is that guy for them. But for that, let's go over to Pittsburg State. They're hitting an incredible 385 as a team with an team OPS over 1,000. Respectable 64 stolen bases. Jaden McNeely himself is 25 for 28 in stolen base attempts. Just impressive there, and just impressive what Pittsburg State has done. New head coach Brock Buckingham, seems like they just didn't miss a beat from last year's team. And I'll admit, we were a little skeptical here. I was a little skeptical. Typically teams with a new head coach, there's a bit of a grace period in there where you might see some struggles early on, but no, they have been all systems go. And you can see there, like Dagan Brewer is a big example, as he had a Pitt State record hitting streak of 37 games before losing on Friday to Emporia State. That was snapped at 37. But, look at his slash line. 534 average, 1688 OPS, got 12 doubles, 8 home runs, 44 driven in, 19 walks. He's going to be a big key to this weekend series. Eric Bacon, same thing, 447 OPS over 1,100. He does it in a lot of different ways. 5 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, 31 driven in. Jaden McNeely, I mentioned hitting 400, but the 25, 28 in stolen bases. And you have Grant Nodelman, Isaac Webb, both hitting above 380. Webb is a little bit more of a do-it-all kind of guy. He's got 8 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs, 34 driven in as well. 10 of 12 for stolen bases. Landon Midget hitting 379. And then you have guys like Landon Bruce, Cole Carter, guys hitting above 400 for this offense, as these are guys that are just really great. And just, again, 385 as a team is beyond impressive. They're only allowing a 216 batting average against. So we'll go into pitching. The leader is Zach Voss, who is 6-0 with a 1.93 ERA. He'll take the ball. 27 strikeouts to 5 walks, 194 batting average against. And another guy to look out for is Elijah Seitz, which he is right here. 3.68 ERA, 4 starts, 14 2/3 innings, 2.12 batting average against. Preston Giltner's 3-1 with a 4.81 ERA in his first 3 starts. And you have a couple bullpens like Ty Blecka, who has had 6 appearances, 2 starts, 19 innings, 2.22 batting average against, but an impressive 1.42 ERA and a 1.05 WHIP. Cooper Crouch, 1.59 ERA and a 0.88 WHIP over 5 2/3 innings. A lot of guys getting innings. Braden McClure has a WHIP under 1 with a 2.16 ERA and 16 2/3 innings. He's tied with Crouch with the most saves with 2. And the list goes on. You know, Cason Long has 6 appearances with a 2.25 ERA. He'll be a key bullpen piece this weekend as well. But all in all, we'll have a great series. And we'll pull up the schedule from Pittsburg State's perspective. Again, watch on the MIAA network Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time, Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time, and Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And that will be on, the MIAA network, live stats as well, pittstategirls.com/sidearmstats/baseball/summary. It will be on the D2 Baseball Daily Schedule, so don't feel like you have to go to the website to be able to do that. Just go on divibaseball.com to see the weekend series. Looking forward to a great weekend of baseball, and this is your first of the premier series of the week. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.